Adopt a Drain, which is a project that I've worked on and off over the last probably 3 years almost at this point. So what's the problem? The problem is flooding from obstructed storm drains because they're not clear of debris. So as you can see here, what can happen whenever storm drains are covered, when we get a heavy rainfall. On the left you can see some firefighters clearing one problematic drain, and then when it gets really bad, they bring out one of these giant trucks, which is basically a giant wetback that sort of reaches in and sucks out all of the stuff. So both of these sort of happen because debris piles up on the drain and then it gets washed in. And so there's about 22,000 storm drains. So the city does have staff that keeps an eye on these drains, but with 20,000 of them, it's a little bit difficult. So so this is what can happen. And then, if it gets really, really, really bad, then that's where storm drains. I apologize if you saw the presentation 6 months ago. But this time I've watched the original miniseries and I've watched the remake. And I have to say, I think the metaphor is pretty clear. So how can we keep Pennywise out of our storm drains? By adopting them and keeping them clean. So enter Adopt a Drain. So this is a program that facilitates residents and businesses sort of adopting local storm drains and sort of keeping an eye on them, keeping them clear of debris so that when it rains, the rain can go down and then it's not included by the debris that gets washed in and eventually needs to have the giant trucks come out and suck it all out. So in addition to sort of reducing flooding, this also sort of acts as a community engagement program. So by people adopting local storm drains, they're helping to keep their houses and local businesses dry, and so it sort of increases ownership of the communities. Now the project started in roughly 2015. It was a collaboration between COPA San Francisco as well as the San Francisco Public Utilities Commission, which I'll talk about a little bit more in a second. So this is basically it's a web application, so you can visit that link right now and adopt a storm drain close to you and become a drain hero, that's what we're called. So to keep an eye on them and keep them clear of debris. So I won't go through demoing it because we got limited time, but essentially allows users to search for, sign up for, learn about how to keep the drains clear. And also notably allows them to give them personalized names. So people seem to really like this feature. So some popular ones that we have are Drainy McDrainface, a nod towards Bodie McBoatface, the UK research vessel, as well as Brain Drain, Drain the Rock Johnson, and Draymond Green. So these are all real examples. People love ones. So this is only half the story though. So this is the web application, but the San Francisco PUC, the Public Utilities Commission, completes the other half and sort of running the entire volunteer program. So holding events, giving out equipment, training people on how to do it safely, keep these drains clean. So where are we now? So it's been live for almost 2 years now, I think. And in that time, we've been able to get 2,202, roughly 10% of the storm drains adopted, which is about 75% growth from last time I did this, which was in May, by 1,400 users. The program, again, is run by the PUC. We got some local press recently, which is kind of cool. It gets the word out, gets more people adopting their storm drains. With any luck, with the current rate of growth, we'll have all the drains adopted by 2021. So you all can help with that. So where are we going? So the PUC recently went through and helped identify problematic drains. They did this by correlating 311 data with for requests for drain cleaning to the drain data set, and they marked the top 10%. We're going to go through and mark those on the map to make them, highlight them, prioritize them. I'd like to do some refactoring of the project to make it more easily deployable and reused. I won't go into details there. And we're also starting to discuss integrating rain gardens. So maybe in the future you'll be able to adopt rain gardens also through this. So what we need, and I'm almost out of time, so I'll be quick, is user research. So they've done surveys, but it'd be kind of cool to like talk to people that keep these drains clean and do sort of more research to understand why they use the app and how we can engage them more. Developers, but most of all, really, we need drain adopters. So if you go tonight and go to adoptadrain.sfwater.org, you can adopt a drain and keep it clean. Yeah, and I think that's basically it. Special thanks to all these other people. Again, I'm up here taking all the credit, but it wasn't just me. So top three especially got this project started, and then other people that have collaborated along the way. Cool. So with that, I'll take a question. Any questions?
Yeah, so you said this project has been live for 2 years?
Yeah, roughly 2 years.
Have you been able to measure impact on stormwater flooding as a result of this project?
Yeah, no, that's a really good question. And no. Sorry, the question was, have we been able to monitor if this has had an impact on flooding storm drains? So no, that's a really good point. We could probably take a look at the 311 data maybe and correlate that if people call 311 when the drains are flooding. Yeah, that's a really good thing.
Or integrate it with Civic Fix or something.
The fix it team. Civic Fix. Or any other?
What else do you want to adopt?
So what else do you want to adopt?
Already, right? So, slept it up.
Sure.
The adoption model itself, is sort of giving back to sort of letting citizens take direct control over it, just kind of evolving responsibility for the city citizens. There are strange ways didn't drive like policy change on this.
Can you repeat?
The question was, what else can we adopt, and if adopting these sort of city assets might drive policy change, or how that changes sort of the relationship or the balance with citizens in the city, I think is a good, fair summary of the question. Cool, thank you. I mean, you're right. So this is sort of like, you might consider this sort of the city's responsibility to keep this infrastructure sort of up to date. And again, as I mentioned, the PUC does have teams that do this. So they do have those giant trucks, and they do have people that go out, and if you report a drain that's flooding or sort of cluttered over, like they'll come out and fix it, but it's difficult for them to like monitor all 20,000 storm drains, especially during heavy rainfall. So like if it starts raining very heavily, I mean, they're not obviously going to be able to look at every drain in the city. So I think in this instance, it does make sense to sort of have people, since I mean, sort of crowdsourcing this effort a little bit, because it is such a distributed thing and it needs sort of rapid attention. No, I mean, it's a good question. I haven't really thought about the implications from a policy perspective. Jason.
One thing that's been said to us by the PUC is even if storm flooding hasn't decreased, what it's done is put more eyes on the street, and that's actually really important to them because that means there's more people paying attention, calling 311 earlier, and intervening earlier before it becomes a bigger problem. So there's different ways to slice it, of course, but just the fact that there are now people like paying attention, getting emails, showing up, that's actually that the more eyes on the street is one of the benefits of it.
Cool. So I think we're